this, newfound stardom, just getting out of the house and seeing how many people love you very much, how does that make you feel?
Words can't describe how we feel, man. Like, literally, the minute we stepped out of that house, everything started from the love, the pictures and everything. And it's been that way ever since. Like, I haven't really stepped out of my hotel room yet, or any building.
Yeah.
I've not walked on the street or nothing like that. So I don't even know how big it is yet. But from the little love we're getting so far, we really appreciate it. Honestly, words cannot express how I feel. But I'm extremely, extremely grateful. And without you guys, I would not be here. I would be nothing. So again, thank you so much, all the fans out there, man. You guys are really amazing, and we've got something special planned for you guys.
Fantastic. So Prince, what about you?
It's definitely amazing. It's definitely overwhelming. You can never get enough of the love that people have. You just look at it and you're like, wow, 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 wow. Because you expect support from your friends, from your family, but then when total strangers love you and they sing your accolades, then that means you must have done something right. And to you, it might have been you just being you, but to them, they see a whole different thing. And I'm very grateful for all the love and support that everybody gave me, especially the Royal Army. I mean, you guys have been amazing.
All right, just stepping out of the house, because I'm sure them calling your name, Ibuka calling your name, you were very shocked or maybe surprised. And just at that moment, did you think, oops, now that I'm evicted, I should have done certain things differently? Or I should have done this, or I should have done that? Like, what was that first thought of, what you should have or shouldn't have done in the house for you to have stayed longer than, you stayed?
First of all, I wasn't shocked when I was called.
Oh, you weren't?
No, he wasn't, man. He wasn't.
I was very calm. I was very calculated. I knew that it was coming.
Okay.
First of all, I think from when I was bringing out my outfits, my baby girl Dora, she saw me. She was like, "Why are you dressing up like this?" And I was like, because I think that today is going to be the day. So even when Ibuka was like Prince and he took a while, in my mind I would just smile, like, just say it. So for me, I feel like there wasn't anything I would have done differently that would have kept me in the house, because I feel I left at the right time I was supposed to leave. This is fate. God wanted me to get this far, and he feels like I've achieved and I've done everything I was supposed to do in the house, and now it's now for you to come out and achieve more. Take over the world, even before whoever it is that is going to win comes out.
Okay, what about you?
I think I have a head start right now.
Okay, well that's good thinking. What about you, Kiddwaya? When they called your name out, when he called your name out, did you think, there's certain things I should have done or shouldn't have done so that I could stay there longer?
I got bored. I was ready to go. I was ready, because I told these guys, I said, look, being in this house here is one thing, right? But there's still another life out there that's more important. You will know who you are when you get outside.
Yeah.
In the house, you're protected. Your housemates can give you love. They can say, this guy will win this thing. He'll run out, he'll do well. But once you step out, you will know yourself. You'll be humbled very quickly. So for me, I was very excited to come outside and get started with life. Do you understand? So when they called my name, I was like, cool, no more, hug everyone, wish them luck, leave.
Yeah.
And then get ready to start a new life. So I was very excited to leave. I feel like my boy Mazzy said, it was the right time. God had it planned for me to leave on this day. So that's what it was.
All right, Prince, you're an actual prince. And so at the beginning, people thought, so how did you get into the BB Niger house, or why did you get into BB Niger house? How did your family take it getting into BB Niger house? Because they're thinking, with what is expected of a royal, would you be on a reality TV show? Like, how was the process you actually getting on BB Niger, and what did your family say about it?
First of all, my family are big fans of Big Brother.
I love
my
that.
mom.
I love that.
We've been watching Big Brother for over 9 years.
Yeah.
And actually 9 years ago was the first time I watched Big Brother, and I was like, I'm going to be in this house. Literally 9 years ago. And I didn't care how long it was going to take or when. I was like, I told myself, I will be in this house. So when this came, and it's not the first time I had auditioned.
Yeah.
I've auditioned before, didn't get in, But then when it got to this time and I told my parents, they were like, okay, just don't do anything that they wouldn't be proud of. That was the only thing they told me.
Okay.
It's the biggest platform in Africa, and who wouldn't want that for their son? My parents and my family have been very supportive of everything that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And when I told them, they assessed it. They were like, that would be great for you, because we think you have a lot to offer the world, and they need to see you now. So that was it for me, and they supported me 100%, and they're very happy for me.
Okay, let's just get into what happened in the house, especially regarding your relationship in the house. Let's talk about T-Badge, right? Okay. First of all, what is the status of that relationship with her? And we recall there was a period in time where it seemed like you guys were having a conversation and you guys ended up saying, you know what, maybe it's okay for us to be friends. Maybe that's where we should be. But then during an interview, T-Badge had mentioned that you came back to her saying, you know what, I don't just want friendship, I want more than that. Yeah. So what is the current status of your relationship with Tolani Badge?
I mean, everybody that watched the show saw that there were matters that I wasn't aware of that came up on the day that she left, and we didn't have an opportunity to talk about it or try to straighten it out. And ever since I was evicted, it was like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
A lot has been going on, and we haven't had an opportunity to sit down and talk about stuff. So right now, I actually don't know if she feels the same way, or we haven't been able to talk to straighten this out. But then again, we'll see where it goes for now. So the fans, we just have to watch out.
Okay, definitely are looking forward to knowing more about you and Tolani Badge. Kiddwaya, knowing that you are coming into a platform where you're going to be under close scrutiny, and you already know how Bibi Naija is now. When you get into the house, everyone wants to know, who is this guy? Where are you coming from? Who is your father? Who is your mother? And so knowing that people are going to find out the status of your father, knowing that he's a billionaire, did you think that that was going to affect your chances in the house? Or how did you think that was going to influence your staying in the house?
First of all, I was kind of hoping nobody in the house would sort of find out. That's why I never really spoke about it.
Yeah.
But some people heard whispers, and then the stories of some things started to circulate. And then when we had that wage of us talking about our family, I felt like, what am I going to say? So that all just came out.
Yeah.
But I always knew that when that kind of thing comes out, people like me are not supposed to win. But my plan was, it's for real. My plan was not to go and win. I already said that. It wasn't about the money.
Yeah.
It was about to go there and have fun, meet new people, network, and help them in the future, because that's what I do. I network and I connect people. So for me, it was to get to a certain stage. I didn't think I was meant to win, and I'm very okay with that. I'm very happy about that. That's for me. I don't think I need to win.
Yeah.
I already feel like a winner. Coming out with my boy Mazio on that day, I already feel like a winner.
Yeah.
So I'm very satisfied with how things played out. But yeah, I think like there's a general perception of the people who want to win this show. Like we as Nigerians want a certain kind of person to win, and that's fine. Like we all understand that. And I have love for everyone's opinion, and I have love for all the winners who ever do win, because I feel like anyone can deserve to win.
Yeah.
I don't feel like one person has more right than the other.
Yeah.
So I cannot say that just because my kind cannot win does not mean that whoever won does not have a right to win, because he has a story as well. So that's how I feel.
We remember you having a conversation with Ozzo, talking about how you didn't want to be in your father's shadows, you want to be your own man, and your father did not approve of you going to Bibi Naija. So first of all, so far, do you think that you've achieved that desire of yours to, stand outside of your father's shadow? And have you spoken to your father since you got out of the house? And what has he said about
Firstly,
all this?
I haven't achieved anything compared to what my father's achieved.
Okay.
I mean, I can't even quantify.
Compare.
I can't compare. First of all, I can't compare, and it'll be very, very difficult to compare, because he's helped countless people, and so far my journey is just beginning to help people. So we can't compare in that matter. I was speaking to my family. Yes, of course, they want to know that I'm safe first and foremost. Like when you come out, I didn't speak to them the first day because a lot of things were happening. So I spoke to my mum, my uncles, my father, everyone, to let them know I'm safe, I'm good, before I head back to Abuja at some point to see them. But my family are very proud of me, of course. I mean, I don't think they expected it to be this much.
Yeah.
You're worried naturally, because you're thinking, what is this boy going to say on TV now? What's he going to say?
You actually did mention when you were doing that that particular task where you're like, I won't say anything more, so I will not say what I'm not supposed to say on camera. We remember you saying that.
Yeah, because I remember in the rule book as well, there's no political discussions.
Yeah.
And I feel like the kind of politics I was going into is behind the scene politics in this country, and I had to be very careful, so I didn't want to talk too much about it. But I felt like I handled myself well. I didn't say anything that I wasn't really supposed to, but I said enough to make people understand and get a feel of me.
Yeah.
But I was very real, I was very organic and natural and raw, and that's the kind of person I am. Like I come with kind of like no filters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I am as a person. I'll give you me. You're not gonna get any fake person. You won't get kid on a Sunday, kid on a Saturday, kid on a Monday.
Yeah.
You get kid every day. So that's that's just me, man. So
Okay, Prince, we saw at the beginning that you clearly liked Nengi, and then it seemed like all of a sudden you woke up one morning and you guys are not talking as much anymore. What happened?
Yeah. You know, when you come into a place, first of all, I walked into the house and it wasn't as if I came into the house to get a girlfriend or go into a relationship. There was a reason why I came into the house, and that was my first goal. And I think I made it clear up until when I left that is still my goal. I was never distracted from my goal. But then you come into a place and you definitely know that you're going to be with people and there's a tendency that you will like them. So yes, of course I did like Nengi, but then again there were other people that I liked. So, and what I like to do in that kind of situation, because for me, there's more to relationships, you know.
Okay.
You know, you try to get to know other people, the parties involved, you know, and pick who you feel is most compatible, you know, to your kind of person on all angles. And one thing led to another. I mean, it wasn't going to work out between Nengi and I, so you move on to who you feel like this is the most compatible person at the time.
Yeah. Okay, Kiddwaya, you did mention right here that you were bored. You're like, I'm already bored, I want to leave. Did that have anything to do with Erica leaving the week before?
no, for sure not. Definitely, I got bored because it was boring. I wanted to come out, hit the gym, get straight to work.
Yeah.
I felt like the only thing I was doing from that point on was just eating and sleeping and gisting about, you know, baseless stuff. So for me, I genuinely got bored. I felt like everyone realized I got bored. The housemates knew I got bored. I said I was bored.
Yeah.
Because I was bored. And I wasn't afraid to say I'm bored. I'm pretty sure a lot of people in there were feeling the same way, but they didn't.
I mean, you did look like to the world. We saw that you were not really happy anymore. Then people were saying, and based off of the conversation that was being had, was, because Erica has gone down and Kiddwaya spoke to her a whole lot, and now he's bored because she's left.
That played a part, of course, because me and her had a vibe and a connection and stuff, but I was kind of bored when she was there, not because of her, but I was just bored of the whole thing. I think when I got to the 7th week, 8th week, I felt like I don't stay inside this house. I've been there for a while now.
Okay.
And don't forget the 2 weeks before we got to the house. We've been on lockdown for a total of 10 weeks.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's true. Before,
So it really started way before then. So it just added to the whole thing. Like I got bored, man. I got tired, and I was gaining weight there, and I wanted to come out and hit the gym and just plan and think and get my spiritual journey back on track. So I really was just bored, man. Not because of anybody in particular.
Okay, but just let's get back to that person, because you just mentioned, you know, we had a connection, we had a vibe. A lot of people want to know what more than you have given so far as regards your relationship with Erica. What I'm going to ask you is this, because there's this saying that goes that when a guy meets a girl, right, they know from the onset, is this the babe I'm going to be with? How is it going to be? Am I going to pursue this girl? So for you, meeting Erica, right, and, you know, with the time that you've spent with her, Nigeria wants to know, is Erica the one? Are you guys going to pursue a relationship? What is the status? Because we saw you guys all lovey-dovey. I mean, you've seen your ship outside, you, Erica and Kiddwaya, and how they've just been so in love with the idea of both of you. So what really is going on, and is Erica the one?
First of all, I have massive love and respect for Erica. I don't want to take nothing away from her by saying too much relationship stuff, because I feel like she's a powerful person on her own, and I'm also my own individual, you understand? So I feel like I want to give her credit where it's due. She's got a great career ahead of her, and I want her to focus on herself, because I feel like in this country, I feel like a lot of people want to attach a strong woman to a strong man, and it can't just be a strong woman by herself. She's a strong woman, so I want her to flourish and develop as a strong woman. She will be in my life. Of course, I said that I want her in my life, and I don't want us to rush anything or put titles or anything or be forced to do anything. Let's just see how it goes. Being in a house is one thing. Being outside the house is another thing. So for me, it's like, let's see how time shows us what is possible and what is not possible. So I will never come on radio and be like, yeah, we're going to get married.
Or not.
Or not, because we haven't even had that discussion.
In the first place.
So me putting it out there, it's like, wait, what? Like, it's going to probably hurt her or hurt someone, and I'm not that kind of person. So for me, man, I wanted to focus on herself, you know, really achieve those objectives she wants to achieve, and we'll see how things go.
Sorry, are you going into politics?
I think that's what my dad wants.
Because from what you've just said now, you just gave me a politically correct answer. First of all, you even referenced it to, Nigerians like to attach a strong woman to a guy. I'm just like, yeah, everybody's like, oh, wow, Kiddwaya, fantastic. So are you going to be a politician? Because that's what you just did now.
I actually come from a political background.
Yeah.
So I think at some point in the future, I always want to give back to the people. I'm a very big person of giving back to people and helping people. For me, I feel like in life, you can never be successful if you have not helped the people around you. Yeah. And that's what I learned from my dad. Yeah. So I definitely want to use some sort of political position to help, really help this time. Yeah. Do you understand? Not just say I want to help because it looks good. Like, it makes me feel good when people are smiling around. So I definitely want to pursue that at some point.
Okay. All right, Prince, let's talk about one major highlight of your stay in the house, which a lot of people believe that you exuded so much self-control. We're talking about the time where Ozzo went off on you. So this is really what happened for us outside, because we knew that you guys were practicing and preparing or rehearsing, and then it was a commercial break, and then by the time they came back from commercial, we saw that Ozzo went off on you, and so people were thinking, is this part of the the role in the drama that you guys were rehearsing? And then you're just there, calm, not saying much, but then apologizing at the end. So when that was happening, what was going through your head, and how were you able to keep your calm? Like, is this part of your princely training, or like how were you able to calm down and just respond to it?
First of all, I'm the kind of person that I feel like if the altercation is unnecessary, I don't need to get into it. If there's no need for an aggravation of whatever is going on, why carry on with the with the argument or whatever? And to be honest, I was this close to busting out into laughter.
Oh. Okay.
Do you get? I was this close to busting out into laughter, but I didn't want to disrespect him because I found it funny.
Yeah.
Do you get? What actually happened was, I went for a bathroom break.
Yeah.
I do like I said I confessed I left when every other person had come back, but that was because I was helping Tricky to direct the show.
Yeah.
So the first two scenes I wasn't even in the first two scenes. So if I had left, I would come back and meet them in the second scene. Do you get? So I left. I could hear my name being shouted. I thought it was maybe something happened and they needed my attention. So I came out smiling from the bathroom. I was like, oh, what is it? What is it? Then I saw, okay, why is Soso shouting? Okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
Then I was like, and he said, shut up. I was like, okay, I'm not going to attack you. There's no reason for that. You get? All I just wanted to hear what he was saying. And when I heard what he was saying, I was like, nah.
Yeah.
You get? For me, words don't get to me.
Yeah.
All of that, you can be saying a whole lot of things, and for me, I know it's just words. What you say about me or what you feel about me, and you're saying it to me, I know it doesn't define who I am.
Yeah.
I'm the one that can actually, what I think about myself matters most. So I just walked past, and if you want an apology, I will give you an apology. Let's move on, because all I wanted was to win this house, and that's to everybody in the house was obvious that I was all about. I just want to win stuff, whether it was alone or with, or with a group. So if I feel me not apologizing is stuff that is going to impede on our success, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't go on an altercation, go on and on with you. If you want an apology, I'll give it to you. Let's move on.
All right. Speaking about winning, it seemed as if you were always so close to winning the head of house, like so close. How did that make you feel?
I'm pretty sure that everybody in the house wanted to win the head of house at some point.
Of course.
Not just because of the fact that you get to sit on the amazing chair. That was fun. It felt different sitting on top of that place. But also the fact that it gave you immunity. So one thing you know for sure is that people who are on the outside are supporting you have a break from spending their hard-earned money to try to keep you in the house.
Yeah.
So all I was thinking about are just my fans, my family. They're spending so much to keep me in here against all of these strong competitions.
Yeah.
So when it first happened, I felt like it happened like 6 times. When it first happened, like from the very first head of house game, very first one, like I dropped it and Biggie was like, I was the second leg, so I had to move back. Then it happened again and again. And I was succeeding at something that you've been putting so much effort, so much strength, speed, everything. And it just felt like you're not going to have it.
Yeah.
At some point, it's going to break you. It's going to start making you feel like, what am I doing wrong? And when when it really hit me was when it felt like, now I've won.
Yeah.
I've gotten to 30.
Yeah.
And then Biggie's like, oh, take 5 steps backwards.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
You know, so it was, I mean, even Kid came and he tapped my back. He was like, man, don't worry, next week you'll get it.
That's terrible.
Yeah, but then, at some point, when I know I went to, shout out to Biggie, man. I went into the diary room and I said, Biggie, I feel down.
Yeah.
It has gotten to me now. I feel like I'm having a near success syndrome. And he told me, focus on the fact that you haven't won it, but focus on the fact that a couple of times people have chosen you as deputy.
Yeah.
There are people that haven't even won or been chosen
Exactly.
as deputy. Count your blessings. And that was like a turning point for me. And I started counting my blessings. First of all, I'm here. When thousands of people auditioned and they didn't get in, that's a blessing.
Yeah.
I didn't win, but I got chosen. I'm second in command. That's a blessing. And a whole lot of other stuff that was lined up there. I was like, okay, fine. I will choose to count my blessing every time I won.
I like that. I like that way of thinking. Kid, when Erica left the house, it seemed like this past week, it seemed like you were a bit closer to Lekon. That you guys were having more in your conversation, and even when I think Lekon had mentioned something, saying stuff like, "Why does this kid always make people like him?" That type of, not saying that you were doing intentionally, but you're just that type of likable person. Do you think that the reason why you guys were getting closer was because Erica was out of the game, or was this something that was bound to happen anyways?
No, absolutely not. I don't think it's because she was out of the game. I feel like I always had a mutual respect. We had a mutual respect for each other, and I personally felt like I didn't have an issue with Lekon. So, like I've said before, if I don't have an issue with you, I'm not going to create an issue from thin air. I will always give you that respect. And so, of course, I'm not going to make you feel awkward because the person you had an issue with left. It then means you should not have an issue with me. I mean, don't forget, I think by then, there's like 10 of us. You have 4 of them in a relationship, or 6 of them in a relationship that are always together. And then who's left? And you have to remind yourself that you're on TV and you have to be interacting with people. So, you know, it wasn't based on Erica or anyone. It was just based on conditions, and also because I didn't have an issue with Lekon as well. So.
And just speaking about issues, we saw what happened that sort of kind of led to Erica being disqualified. Now, coming out of the house, I don't know if you've seen what people have said about that particular incident. Some people did say that Kid did not handle it well, that if you had taken Erica away or if you had intervened more, she would not have been disqualified. So what do you think about people having, you know, that type of mindset regarding what happened and saying that you should have done something different or you should have done more on that day?
So, first of all, I respect everyone's opinion.
Yeah.
I really do, man. So everyone's entitled to their opinion. For me, first of all, everyone was drunk that night, right?
Okay.
So we came out there on a cruise, like everyone's enjoying their high, everyone's chilling. So I didn't expect things to go the way it did.
Yeah.
Do you understand? And bear in mind, on that day I was already on 2 strikes with a strong warning. Do you understand? So when there's alcohol involved, you're already on 2 strikes. You actually forget that any small thing you do could lead to you being disqualified.
Yeah.
Like if I would have picked her up to lock her in a room and stuff, I don't know if that could be a rule that I've broken, that I've stopped someone from
Expressing themselves.
from expressing themselves, or stop someone from leaving the room when they want to leave.
Okay.
Because Neo got in trouble for that.
Yes,
with V.
yes, we did see
so
that. Yeah.
for me, it's like I have to look out for myself, but I also did enough to try and let her know, like, babe, come on, man, let's free this, man, let's go. But obviously, you know, when alcohol's involved and tensions are high, you sort of do things and say things quickly, and before you know it, you put 2 and 2 together, and you know, you make some bad decisions. But
okay. Now, just speaking about the strike, there's a particular strike that you got for flipping the bird on the camera. Did you think you were going to get away with it? Like, what really happened? What inspired?
Right?
Yeah. What inspired that, you know, gesture?
That's how I felt at that moment.
And
I
you didn't
feel
mind?
like
Did you not mind that was going to give you a strike?
I did not give an F. To be honest with you, I didn't care.
At the time?
At the time, I just did what I wanted to do. I did it.
Really?
And we dealt with it and we moved on.
Now, wow. Fantastic. And so you didn't think, okay, they were going to have to maybe either give you a strike or say to you that was disrespectful. You just thought, listen, I would just act the way I feel.
Well, I rolled the dice, man. You roll the dice, see what number comes up. So I did my thing, and eventually Biggie addressed it.
Yeah.
I said, all right, cool. You know, I'm treading on the thin line, just calm it down a little bit. So then, since then, I've sort of watched my behaviour because I think, to be honest with you, as a house in general, we were breaking all sorts of rules.
Yeah.
We were breaking, I mean, from the conversations to the microphone infringements to just everything, we were breaking rules back to back. From the first week we got there, Biggie was very lenient. For the first 2 weeks,
We were
nothing.
very unruly.
We broke rules back to back to back. So it came to a point where he wanted just to give strikes out to make an example of
Who
someone.
are you talking about? Are you talking about Biggie? Like he just wanted to give strikes out.
No, I'm not saying they weren't deserved, but I'm saying
Yeah.
like we caused so much problems during the starting of the show that it got to a point where he had to start punishing people, and I felt like it was that time. So I felt like,
because you're taking things too far.
do you understand? So I felt like after my 2 strikes, I could have got another one for something as small as a microphone infringement.
Yeah.
If you get like 3 of them,
Yeah.
he can actually, give you a third one. So we have to be careful. Even Ozo now is on 2 strikes.
Yeah.
I had to speak to him and say, yo, bro, chill. You're on 2 strikes now. Like, just relax. You can get a strike for anything. You have to be careful.
And that's very true.
You know?
Now, just speaking about behavior, Prince, Nengi had mentioned a few times that it seemed as if you were too into the game. Like you're being too tactical. You care about the game too much. And I'm talking about the BB Niger game as a whole. Do you think, indeed, that you were being a bit too tactical, where things were a bit too calculated and you were just too into the fact that it was a game? Because sometimes you see people go in there and they forget. Sometimes you hear Ebuka reminding you guys that, listen, remember, you can be all lovey-dovey, but remember that this is a game. So with you, do you think that from the very beginning till when you left, it was a game for you and you were being tactical?
First of all, I went in there with a goal, and I never lost sight of the goal that I went in there for. But being too tactical, I don't think I was tactical at all. Because if I was, coming out now and picking up my phone, like I did last night for the first time, and seeing some stuff being said about me by people who I considered brothers and sisters, and
Right.
and seeing some, I was like, wow. I was actually, I took everybody like my brother. The people that, I know that there were people that I wasn't close to, but the ones that I was very close to, I considered my brothers, I consider my paddies. And when it came to places where they were in like bottom whatever, that I had, if I wanted to be tactical, I would have been like, kick him out or kick her out. But I didn't. That wasn't me being tactical. That was me being human. And that's who I am. I'm human first. I'm human first. I will always want to protect whoever it is that I call my own. I'm loyal like that. You get? So I wasn't being tactical. Whatever you guys saw in the house is the way I am in real life. And people who are friends with me know that for sure.
Yeah.
I still talk to my nursery school friends.
I like that. That's really dope. Now, just speaking about the way you are, Kid, it seems like you are just a very giving person because you made so many promises to people in the house. You told Watoni you're going to paint a picture of her and put it in your house. I think you promised Nengi. Nengi said she wanted to travel somewhere, and then with the V, Lekan saying that you're going to invest in their, their song. So is that going to happen? These different promises that you've made, are you going to look back and try to document every single thing, or is this just something that was just said in the moment?
So in Nengi, I said to everyone we're going to go on a London trip, and the fourth day of my house in London. That one we're going to do for sure. With V, Lekon and Tricky, I definitely want them to do the song together.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it will be interesting.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's what people want to see, so we can work on that. I don't mix business and personal stuff together. So whatever personal thing I have with you, that's the personal side. But when it comes to business, and if it makes sense, then we're gonna try to run it. So when they come out, they'll be very busy with their own stuff. So I'll let them settle down. When they hit me up, we can talk. So that's what it is, man. I'm definitely a man of my word.
Okay.
I know I made a lot of promises, but if they come towards me and say, kids, I need this, I need that, I'm not gonna shut you down. I'll see how I can help you, because that's what my dad did, and that's who I am as a person. I help people. So again, guys, I'm there if you need me. If they want to come out and say, kid, can you help me with this, or I need advice, or I need someone just to talk to, a mentor, of course I'll pick your call up and say, what do you need?
That's absolutely amazing. Now, before I let you guys, we're going to play a very short game. It's a very quick game. I'm going to tell you more about the game. But before that, Kid, how far with your dance moves? Where did you learn how to, do the leg walk?
After a few drinks, honestly, that's what it was. I felt like, but also I felt like just songs that really ginger me, bring something out of me.
Yeah.
When I mix that with a drink as well, I just do some mad stuff that makes sense in my head. Don't forget, this stuff makes sense in my head. You don't understand. everything is just hitting the right beats.
Oh my goodness.
So, but yeah, with that dance group that's gone viral, man.
I like that.
We've got some.
That was fun. Ooh.
Yeah, we have. Don't worry. We've got
Oh my goodness.
We've got some
I
plan
love
for that.
it.
So
Okay.
yeah.
All right, guys. So we're gonna do this game. It's very quick. It's called Who's Most Likely To. I just have like about 3 or 4 questions. So what you're gonna do is when I tell you, when I read out the sentence, who's most likely to blah blah blah, you have to pick a name from this recent BB Naija edition for people that have been in the house, that were in the house before, people that are there currently, people that have left. So anybody. So you have to say it quickly, and both of you say it at the same time so that your answer doesn't influence.
So count
his.
us in then. So when we have to say like 3, 2, 1, say. Understand?
All right.
Okay, 3,
Cool.
2, 1. Okay,
Let me
I'll
say
do
the
that.
Nigga.
3, 2.
Nigga.
Alright, the first one. Now, this first question, I asked this question last time. And because this question wasn't answered, the last interview I did, I said I was going to ask it again. Who's most likely to? So please listen. Okay. Who is most likely to stage a coup in the BB Naija house?
A coup.
Yeah. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
Yo.
Oh! That is hilarious. Okay. Who is most likely to get married without telling a single soul? 3, 2, 1.
Nengi.
Yeah. Same.
Nengi as
Same,
well.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who is most likely to give away all their prize money if they won? 3, 2, 1.
Kid.
I was gonna say Ozo.
So, Kid, Ozo.
Yeah, I mean, I actually would, but I was thinking of the ones that are in the house. But
Okay.
yeah, Ozo.
Ozo, okay.
Yeah, because he went to Nengi for real.
Okay. So
Motherfucker.
oh my goodness, fantastic. All right, guys. Who is most likely to win an Oscar? 3, 2, 1.
Me.
Ooh, I like that.
See me. It's me.
Okay, you. All right, then the final one is this because Betway is doing predict and win. So who is most likely to win this year's BB Naija?
With what I'm saying now, being outside, see they go. With the way social media is drifting.
Similar.
Lekan as well.
Yeah, from what?
All right, fantastic. Okay, guys, now just moving on. Let's talk about your Betway Arena games. How did you do? How do you feel you did? Being honest, experiencing the excitement and the pressure sometimes. How did you feel that you did during the Betway Arena games?
I didn't really take mine too seriously. I like just enjoyed it.
Yeah.
And I didn't take it seriously. Do you understand? I think I only won 1 or 2, but I competed a lot with Prince. Of course, very competitive, and that's what I love about him so much.
Yeah.
But for me, I just looked at it as fun and games. I think a lot of people came there serious to win, but I came in there to just mess around. So if I had a rating between 1 and 10, between 6 and 7, it was just fun.
6 and 7. What about you?
I had fun, man. I
Yeah.
had fun, and the fact that it was, I actually before I came into the house, I was looking forward to the Betway Arena games. I was like, yes, I like this kind of stuff. It's fun. It's going to be ginger, and he brought the heat. So I like whenever I'm going, he's telling me I'm going to beat your time. Whenever he's going, I'm telling him I'm going to beat your time and all of that kind. So it was fun for us.
Yeah.
So I feel like I did 9. Probably he did like 9 as well.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I like that. Now just moving.
And I feel like if we had stayed
Yeah.
to the final week,
Yeah.
the winners would have probably beaten him and I.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I like that sports spirit in you.
So-
Okay, now just moving forward, because we did see how you were such a superstar in the Darling Salon, and people are wondering what's going on afterwards. Do you mind an endorsement with them? Do you mind working with them? Because it seemed like you were very helpful and very hands-on. Before you even answer that, I'm guessing that you've had experience, at a salon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
actually. Because I'm somebody that I like to learn new stuff.
Okay.
I'm always taking up new talent. How would I say new handiwork.
Yeah.
Like, I've learned a whole lot of stuff.
So did you learn it because you were working there, or you just learned it because it's just something you liked?
I actually learned it because I was bored at the time. That was in 2012.
Okay.
I was seeking admission then. I wasn't doing anything. So I was like, what could I do that I don't really know how to do? And I feel like I probably could use some time in my life. And at that time, I was like, okay, let's go learn how to make hair. So I worked in the salon for like a year and got admission. Did use it up until now.
Oh wow!
Yeah, the only people that have probably made their hair in between, just like
That is awesome.
people that have dated.
And so is there, okay, I like that. So do you think, are we seeing anything from you in this regard moving forward?
Yeah, definitely. I actually found out that I actually do love the whole thing.
Okay.
You know, because before I even knew I was probably going to get money for doing it if I won the task, I was just doing it for the fun. Cutting the guy's hair, making the girl's hair, because I like to play with hair.
I like that.
Doing that all for the fun, and I like it. So the whole salon thing is definitely going to happen. It's definitely going to happen big.
And it's quite lucrative as well, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. So I mean, I'm open for anything that will bring money to the table. I'm an Igbo man like that.
Okay.
I don't joke with the money.
I see. All right. So aside that, what should we look forward to with you?
Definitely look